Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Hey Coach Ryan, episode 3. So I've tried to shoot this video a couple times. Last time I actually shot it, I heard my wife's text message noise go off and say, you might want to watch this before you post it because you sound a little angry. And I do, because episode 3 is the addendum to is the add-on to the Ark Trainer question. And now we're actually getting at what's going on with it. And it's really kind of riling me up. So David posted my response to what cardio machine is the best back in the group where it originally came from. And a response came from this guy, Jack Foltz, who talks about the Ark Trainer and how it's superior and how it comes closer to things and anecdotal evidence to people's marathon seasons that were saved by the Ark Trainer for recovering from injury by doing timed repeats, all this stuff, blah, 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 sore IT band or shin splints, precluding workouts on track. Here is where the Ark Trainer question is coming from. The Ark Trainer, in this sense, is being used to supplement training when there is an injury. So now we take a step back. Where are these injuries coming from that we're having to use the Ark Trainer? All right, and how can they be prevented? If you have an injury, all right, and you have a legitimate injury, you should be figuring out where that injury comes from and how you're going to solve it. You can be doing supplemental training on the Ark Trainer, which is still not the best thing, because the best thing for training, if you're going to go that route, is an Alter-G treadmill or an underwater treadmill, not an Ark Trainer. So the fact that he's considering it to be the best, superior for anything out there, that's absolutely wrong. Alter-G treadmill, which basically hooks you to like a harness, and it lessens the amount of body weight that you put on the ground. So you can set it to like 60% or 50%, and you'll be putting 50% of your body weight on the ground. So you're still running, you're still doing the running motion, you're moving your arms and everything. Or an underwater treadmill, which is the same thing. It hooks you up to a belt. Usually the water comes up to about waist high. It can go up a little bit higher. Those two things are going to be infinitely better than an Ark Trainer. Now let's step back again and look at this. So where are these injuries coming from? In some of these marathon groups, when you raise money for a charity, it is some people's first go at a marathon or their first go at a longer distance race. Now, injuries can happen, but what we need to do is be very specific. And I think we're doing these people a disservice by saying it's your first ever go at doing a marathon or anything. You can go ahead and do it. These injuries are going to happen, so we're going to supplement it with this training so that you can fight through it. That's not the way to do it. If you have an injury, you need to figure out where the injury is coming from and how do you solve that. You're not just putting band-aids, I think, on things by saying, okay, if you run for longer than an hour, you get hurt. So we're going to, instead of doing your 3-hour long run, we're going to do an hour run, and then you're going to do 2 hours on this Ark Trainer thing. No, because that's not doing anything. That's not solving an injury, all right? Yeah, if you're training like 16 weeks for a race and it's 4 weeks out, then you just figure it out and you get on the bike and you do those things. But I have no hesitation, zero hesitation as a coach to tell people not to do a race because they're not prepared for it or because they're too injured. I've pulled people out days before races because it's not the right thing to do. And in this sense, we're going too hard. We're pushing these people, so we're using this Ark Trainer and we're using compression gear and we're using all this crap that you don't need to supplement injuries when we should just be saying, hey, maybe we should work on building your mileage up. Maybe we should work on doing this in a slow way that will actually promote longevity, and that will be able to help you to run and will be able to continue to have you run. And then we can go at doing these events. Now, I realize in a group like Dana-Farber, they're raising crap tons of money for charity, and that's awesome. But at some point, we have to look at what's going on that's causing these injuries and deal with them. And if it's the fact that these people are getting hurt because they don't have the running background and now they're trying to put in all this running, then using the Ark Trainer in that is doing these people a huge disservice. It's doing them a disservice because it's not teaching their body how to prepare for the race. It's not adequately addressing their needs, and it's just putting a Band-Aid on it. And that, I don't support that at all. So the Ark Trainer question has taken on a new realm, and that is we need to train for races and we need to train in a way that's sustainable. And if it's not, then we're not doing it right. That's episode 3. If you have any questions, let me know. Ooh, it gets me fired up to talk about this stuff. So episode 4 will come out hopefully tomorrow. If we get any more questions on the Ark Trainer or the Ark Trainer takes up any more takes on a life of its own, I'll be sure to let everyone know. All right, guys, make sure, train for races that you're ready for. Don't be planning on injuries and planning on this stuff already, because if not, you're already in the wrong boat.